you're now a candidate for the Texas Senate, seat left vacated by outgoing Senator Elliott Shapley. What is your platform during your campaign to run for this office?
Well, my platform is generally to be a strong voice for El Paso and Austin. That's an issue that is very important for this community, given the history of neglect over the years from Austin and Washington in some respects. And being a strong voice means that in my platform I will have in there the importance of adequately funding education, both public education as well as higher education. We need to provide the adequate resources for the development of our medical school as well as the Medical Center of the Americas, because that not only addresses healthcare needs in a community with the highest rates of uninsured, highest shortages of healthcare professionals, but also is an economic engine. Healthcare industry is a driver in San Antonio, it's a driver in North Carolina and in other parts of the state like Houston that provide these kinds of medical services and facilities. Third, we have the expansion of Fort Bliss, and we have all accepted that as a positive for our community because it's going to spur economic development. It's already doing that in terms of jobs, construction, developing of new businesses. But we also have to be concerned as a community about the potential negative impacts. The more military you bring in, do we have the adequate healthcare professionals, for example, to provide services to them? The answer right now is that we don't. And so what we're facing is Fort Bliss military accessing some of our non-military health facilities and putting more of a burden on the facilities that we have already. So we need to ensure that there's adequate funding from both at the federal level and at the state level for these kinds of needs that are directly related to the expansion under the BRAC program, the expansion of military bases. We also, of course, as we're talking about healthcare, we're talking about education and Fort Bliss, we need to be focused on developing industry that creates jobs that are clean jobs, that are environmentally friendly, for example, research and development types of jobs, manufacturing, and that will help grow our tax base, because we all know that unless you grow the tax base, El Paso citizenry will be facing a tremendous tax burden with future taxes. And so these are important issues for us: jobs, healthcare, education, and dealing with Fort Bliss and our veterans.
The Ethics Commission has been a very hot topic in the local community over the last few weeks, a few months really. In light of the recent suspension of two judges, Barraza and Arditti, over the allegations of nepotism, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm surprised that this didn't happen sooner. Frankly, I mean, according to the reports that I've seen, the hiring of relatives occurred towards the end of the first month in office, and I just don't understand why it took so long to bring this to light. But I'm glad that it's happened. I think that this is part of the ongoing need in this community to bring transparency and honesty in public service. I think the Ethics Commission is a step in the right direction that this community needs to take. We need to demonstrate to the rest of the state of Texas that we can regulate official misconduct and nip it in the bud, so to speak. I think the commission is a tool for doing that. I'm just disappointed that right now we seem to be mired in the county over more political type of issues over the implementation of the commission than the actual, implementation.